This is part 2. And we are doing Li and then Kun. We have finished off with Shun, right? Shun. So we're here. Now, Li is heart. What body part corresponds to the heart in I Ching theory?
Eyes.
Well said. So you go to the eyes, okay? I'm going to kind of stay to the side here so those of you in the cheap seats can see me. And you're going to purge the eyes. So you're going to purge the field over the eyes. And I kind of think of my hands like, my thumbs like can openers into yin tang. Why? Because I'm there. So I almost think of like a can opener going into yin tang and then into the eyes, down to taiyang, which is the either side of the face, and purging out.
Yin Tang is
the third eye.
Oh, the third eye.
Yeah, and then you use your thumb to scrape down the eyes and then out. So in through yin tang, get the eyes, and out. Because we use our eyes so much. We're always like this, you know, this.
Are you scraping down below the eye too?
The whole eye. So it's like I'm clicking into yin tang and then scraping the field of the eyes down to the side of the face and purging it out. You can also just go one eye and then the other eye, or both eyes. That's fine, but I've just found that it's like windshield wipers. You go in and then you wipe them off. But you're sinking your attention into the eyeball sockets. Can you see that like that? So it's in. Then you purge the heart. Now you're not purging heart chi. This is the emperor. Don't mess with the emperor's chi. Right? That as you live, right, this needs to stay strong. You never take chi away from this organ. What we're doing is pulling out heat, pulling out anxiety. So you can, again, you can use tiger kneading palm where you're kneading, kind of gently going in. And you can feel anxiety. You can feel the heat. And you just purge, going deeper and deeper and deeper. I don't visualize going into the heart and pulling chi out. I'm pulling out heat.
From the pericardium?
I'm pulling out, well, the whole area. The heat emanates off of it, so you are going to the organ and pulling out, but it's heat you're pulling out. It's anxiety you're pulling out. If you feel someone's emotions, because this is where you store long-term memory, if you feel an emotional pocket, release it, just like, oh, that's something, that's not mine, and let go. And I do that. If when I'm treating, if I hit something, I just go.
I imagine this could be really tricky for heart-type people who have a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, but it's so good for them. They love this.
Even when you're pulling it away, don't they get a little anxious?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they will, and sometimes they won't. But you know what they do? What does happen is that when we get to the part where we're filling the heart, it becomes almost too much for them. But you're actually replacing, this kind of anxiety chi with a grounding heart chi. And so we've purged the eye area. Don't make that sound when you do that on people. Then you purge the heart area, and I purge down because heart heat goes up. So I will purge down, or just directly out of the organ. And then I will send the chi from the eyes down to the heart. Right? Just kind of rooting the chi out of the head and into the heart. So it just looks like this. So again, remember how we did this? It's the same thing. Now I'm sending the chi, trying to send like my intention into the eyes, and then pulling that chi down like it's a rope. So this part pushes the rope, this part pulls the rope, or like floss. Just down to the heart, just to get all this chi out of their head. We have too much chi in the head, so this is a nice way to sink the chi out of the head into the heart. And then Li, right here, the distalmost point of the middle finger. I visualize myself being filled from my feet up with red energy. I picture that red glowing sunrise or red glowing sunset. That's a good visualization. If you have a lot of heat and that's too stimulating, use pink. If they have too much heat, you can use pink also. But if someone has a weak heart, I would say use red. And then other people use red. So Here's the most important thing to remember, and that means you. The most important thing to remember. When you place your hand on someone's chest, you never do it with your hand open. You cup your fingertips together. They're cupped together. Why? Because if you place your fingertips on a manubrium, and then you rest your hand on over their chest, then you are not touching body parts that you should not be touching, and people will not feel like, that's weird, what are they doing? Even if parts of your hand hit women's breasts, or guys' chests for that matter, if your fingertips are not doing that, it's okay. They don't feel weird about that. You happen to be touching. If your hand is splayed, that's no good. So when you put your hand on someone's chest, you cup your hand. And you put the tips like right by where the manubrium is, which is the top of the sternum, and then rest the heel of the hand on there. And then begin to sink this nice, for him I do pink, this nice pink chi into their heart. Now if people have this is where people feel, oh my God, it's like, so much pressure, and it's not. But you're trying to kind of ground chi that's all agitating the heart and around it and just filling the heart so that doesn't happen. Okay. And that's Li. So again, we begin with clearing off the field from the eyes, clearing off the field from the heart, sinking the chi from the eyes to the heart. Then you feel yourself. Cup your hand, and then rest. Now let's say this is somebody that you're not comfortable putting your hand on their chest. Like, some women have very large breasts, and then there's, if you're a guy in particular, you might feel awkward about putting your hand there. Then you can just keep your hand cupped over that area without touching. It's fine. If you're comfortable, you can rest it there. If you're not comfortable, hold it over it. It's okay. And if you're particularly sensitive, you can tell someone, look, I do put my hands on the chest, is that okay? I mean, my fingertips are kept. And just let them know ahead of time to avoid problems, okay? So,
If you do this, is that okay?
so then what we're going to do after Li is Kun, earth. Okay. Now earth, this is the earth of the Ren channel. This is probably the easiest one to do. Almost. With this, you're simply purging down the Ren channel. Now the Ren channel and the Du channel are the only two 8 extraordinary meridians with directionality. So the Ren channel runs up from the perineum to right up to the face. And so you're really going from the lower part of the face, down the neck, along the entire Ren channel, and purge. And so you can kind of purge areas that feel like there's more. And so it's like sinking in. You imagine that your fingers are kind of squishing in and sinking in. And then if they feel a blockage or they feel more heat, which is the most common thing to feel, then you purge that. Okay, and you don't need to do that too many times. Then place your thumb on the distalmost point of the third finger, because it's going in a circle around these 3 fingers. And so then what's going to happen is you will fill yourself with gold energy. And you can again imagine pulling that gold energy up from the earth, which is nice. Or you can imagine gold energy being poured into you like you were a pitcher. Either way, like a pitcher is being poured into you. And then you fill the Ren channel. You fill it, so you send gold chi. You want to fill it because the 8 extraordinary meridians are what store the extra chi when you need it. So I will go up just a few times, anywhere again from 3 to 6 times, or 9. Like after childbirth, this is not a bad idea to do a few times for a little while. So you do this a number of times. And then we will circle the belly, which is the earth of the body. clockwise to tonify, right? Because clockwise sends in, and also that is the direction of the flow of the large intestine. So if somebody has diarrhea, you might not want to circle clockwise, because that tends to speed up bowel movement. So you might go counterclockwise. Or if you're not sure what's going on with them, you can first go counterclockwise to purge, and then go clockwise. How many times? Again, anywhere from 3 to 6 circles. Just and you creating a vortex deeper and deeper and deeper, strengthening the earth part of the body with a gold energy. So to review the next two parts of the Bagua balancing, purge the eyes, purge the heart. Send the chi from the eyes to the heart. Fill yourself with red or pink. Fingertips together, sink, and then let the chi go into that heart. Then we go into kun, which is earth. Go down the Ren channel a number of times. Touch the distalmost portion of your ring finger. Fill yourself up with earth energy, gold. Come back up the Ren channel a few times. And then circle the belly, sending this deeper and deeper and deeper. Good for the lower bowel, good for the entire lower digestive system. Okay, good. All right.